Hi, guys. Let me get everyone added and then we'll get started. Can't believe it's March. It's craziness. Last month, I feel like was like a whirlwind of like, I guess February always feels like that because it's short, but man, crept up fast and then was a doozy there at the end. I don't know if anyone else felt the same way, but I'm like, little hangover of the month was this morning. But I'm alive and so are you guys. We made it. I did have house come today, and that was a miracle of God. So praise the Lord for that. Were you going to say something, Wilma?
Well, I was just going to ask you, how did those mini kits go? Like, how were they received?
You know, I've done them this month. I didn't get much take on the mini kits, but last month I did. And some of the people that got the mini kits last month actually got my biggest kit this month.
Okay.
So sometimes with the mini kits, what I personally found is it's for some people that are really wanting to try the oil so bad, but are seriously like just on the fence kind of people, right? And they almost like have to really see, feel, and touch and fall in love with it and then okay the big purchase. And they want to make the big purchase. So it takes them a while to jump in. But those mini kits, as long as you keep them, like I feel like in the 75, 85 range, they can justify it in their head. And they like not having to do the membership. This is for some people, right? Just a small sum of people that I found. I mean, most of my kits are always membership kits, but from time to time, like maybe every couple months, I'll throw this out as an option. I don't do it every month, only typically when I need more volume at the end of the month, I'll throw it out for like a very short limited time period, like a day or two. And then I take it off my Instagram. Typically, like you could see, I already deleted them because I don't want them up there. Yeah, what they did for me, not in March, but in or not in February, but in January, is I think like 4 people got on them. I mean, and that's a solid, like, I think it's 60 PV for each of them. So that's like 240 in sales. And that could plug a hole that I need or whatever. And it's like $240 I don't have to spend to hit my rank, you know? And then also it's getting the customer completely sampled with some of my favorite oils. Cause typically I do the spa kit, which is Serenity, Balance, Citrus, Bliss, and Deep Blue. The cool thing about that spa kit is if you sample it and they get a different starter kit, like the Family Essentials or something else, a lot of those oils aren't even in that kit. Maybe Deep Blue is, right? But a lot of the other ones aren't, you know? And the other thing about that kit is there's still only 5 ml bottles. So like if they love Citrus Bliss or Balance, it's like, okay, you love it. You're going to go through that fast. Even if you get a duplicate, it's okay. So I feel like, you know, a lot of those oils are top, like fall in love when you smell them kind of oils, right? Besides the Deep Blue, which you can apply. So I really like that kit. And then sometimes I'll do like that Mama Kiddo one, which is, you know, again, a sampling of oils and then maybe 2 roller bottles. Cause then I find if their kids like oils, they're like, oh, I can justify the purchase, right? My kid loves this, you know? So it's sort of nice to get the kid using a roller bottle and then it even okays it further in their mind. So yeah, I had a customer who got the mini kit. She was a Young Living customer before, and she had been going back and forth with me. And then in January, she got the mini kit because she did the sample program with me. So she wasn't ready to get a purchase. But at the end of the month, I said, well, I have these mini kits. And she said, okay, perfect. That's great for me. So I got her that mini kit and then she's loving it. She wrote, Citrus Bliss is amazing, yada, yada. So she's been keeping in touch with me. And then she saw my kit and she said, when's this good till? I said, anytime throughout the month. And it literally, she ordered like 4 hours before the end of the month. I was like, can we order already? But yeah, so she got it and, you know, loved that she got more roller bottles because again, she loved the roller bottles. And she was willing to do that bigger kit purchase rather than a small one because she loved everything and she loved my customer service that I was constantly getting back with her. And then I added her already to the private Facebook group and our website and everything, because I feel like if they get a mini kit from me, they're sort of committed, right? Hopefully they fall in love with me as their oil person and eventually they're going to get started with me. So I typically add them to the resource page just because I feel like, okay, we have a relationship going. I want you to fall in love with our community and really see the value. So yeah, sometimes those people that get started on a random BOGO, which you'll see with BOGOs coming up probably in the next month or two, or maybe even this month, we never know. They've sort of changed it up on us this last year. Sometimes you'll get someone who gets a BOGO and you're like, oh, that was a random off purchase. They didn't get a ton, but they got one BOGO. And then it turns into a builder or something. And they're like, oh, I just needed to buy one for $50 and I love it. Now I'm ready, you know? So everybody's different. So from time to time, I like giving smaller options for people to jump in. And two, I don't know why sometimes people have weird things about a membership, but they do. And so if they fall in love with the oils, that's not even an issue anymore for them, right? Like they love the oils. So, and two, by that time they have a relationship with me and they've chatted with me. So they're like in it and they're not feeling like this is salesy or something like that. So, you know, and that's mostly for people that I meet randomly off the internet, right? If I have a relationship with the person, but these are random people that follow me just for an oil account and I'm trying to like win them over in a sense. May I get a link and find out about the website when you get a chance? Which web? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. So that is our team oil. It's a private one, so only send that again to customers or people that you think are really going to be a customer. But that is our private website. We are continuing to add stuff to it, but it does have a plethora of info. Even if you're just looking for info on how to do a post, right? Like, oh, I don't know what to do. Go over there and you could probably find 50 things to do a post on, like instantly, depending on what you wanted to. But that's a great place to plug in people right away so they feel like they can look into topics they want to, because that's how it's broken down and you don't have to like, you know, hand feed them everything. So
basically I can give them that address and and I can
there's a
give
little
them that.
Exactly. They don't have to have a secret password or anything. Really, they can create their own account. I always get notified when someone creates an account, but we didn't password protect it or whatever, just because I thought it'd be a little confusing.
Sure.
But yeah, all you do is send them the link and they can sign up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, totally. Okay, awesome. Well, we finished our sample program, our second round. So awesome job to all of you that participated. I know for a lot of you that did it 2 months in a row, that's a lot of effort each time. So great job. I did want to congratulate a couple people on things so far for this last month. So we had week 1 winner was Beth. I don't think she was on one of the calls when I first announced it. So congrats again, Beth. Your gift will be going out shortly. Week 2 was Cheryl. So awesome job, Cheryl. I know you've been putting in the hours. And then week 3 winner was Erica. So great job, Erica. She's going to be talking to us tonight about how she burned the midnight oil and or literally brought in tons of volume in the last day to get a brand new rank of the month. So that was really exciting to hear. So Erica got week 3, and then grand prize winner, drum roll, Erica. So Erica is our grand prize winner. So you will be getting a Venmo from me for $300. Congratulations. Then Cheryl was our second place. She got $100 or will be. And then Beth, she won 2 different months in stuff, $75. So congratulations, ladies. Hopefully you can indulge yourself in some way and build into your business as well with that. But I will sending that off. And then also you guys will each be getting featured on my Instagram, which we're still this last month and the month before was like so much new stuff pumping out that we didn't get those quite out yet. But I'm going to show you something that all the winners from last month and then this month will get featured in, as well as you will be getting featured on my Instagram too. But Jenna and I have been working on something that you're going to be excited to be featured in as well. That'll be awesome. So congratulations to you guys. That was a lot of work and effort, but I think it really is paying off. I feel like I'm seeing more new builders getting joined to our community. Oh, I think Beth just entered. So let's see. Let's see if she is there. She's connecting to audio, so we better wait and tell her. Hey, Beth, are you there?
Okay, yes, Beth, I finally got on. I will not show a video because of my house.
No worries. Well, congrats, Beth. You did win 3rd prize of the oil sample program. So woohoo for you. And you won week 1 as well. So we just wanted to give you a little shout out for that. Okay, so that was our oil sample program. Oh, there she is.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, totally. No, thank you. So I'm super excited. Thanks for everyone for joining in on that. Now we're going to move into promos for this month. I know probably a lot of you have read them. What I did, so I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I'm going to add this to the Dropbox, is I went through almost all of my, here, actually, let me go through this, my oil books, because I feel like sometimes we just shout out and we say like, oh, here's the promo. But I'm just letting you guys know that nobody cares about what your promo is unless you tell them how they're going to use it, right? Only the other oil people that are like, oh, free oil. Like no one cares about that they can get a free cedar wood unless you literally tell them, add cedar wood to your mascara and it will give you longer eyelashes. Like then maybe you'll get people saying like, oh, maybe I do want the free oil. You know, like that's what we've got to connect the dots with people. If a lot of you guys are on OneDrop, you've probably already gotten images. In my leaders support group, one lady made some free ones, so I'm going to add that in. If you're not a part of OneDrop, then feel free to use these ones, and then anything else that I'm going to be posting. So March promos this month. Is the free product of the month is cedarwood oil. I have a whole folder I'm going to show you. I went through and screenshot a lot of things. The screenshots aren't beautiful, so you'll probably like be creating your own content around that, like just photograph the bottle or write up the recipe. But I wanted to get everything photographed with you, the recipes, so that you can throughout the month talk about these oils and then tie them in about why they would want. And again, like cedarwood, you know, that one is an oil a lot of people aren't familiar with. So we're going to educate a lot on that. And then the oil that you get 10% off on this month is lemongrass, and maybe another oil that a lot of people aren't familiar with. So we really want to make sure and go over how to use this. And I have some really cool screenshots on that. So those are the two promos. Then they also added in two new mini kits. So this is the diffuser with On Guard and Breathe. It's $88 wholesale and $45 PV. So when you're keeping in mind, back about a year or two ago, we voted as leaders in doTERRA if we would want the diffuser cost to be higher and the humidifier cost and us to get more PV, or if we wanted them to be lower, right? And it would be a lower PV. And all of us leaders just wanted more options for diffusers that were beautiful, and we didn't want them to cost our customers too much. And we were fine with not making a ton of money off of them because we just wanted to keep customers all within the doTERRA site and have beautiful diffusers and humidifiers to go along with our kits. And so, you know, you'll see in this kind of kit, really, you're only making PV off of the oils, right? Not the diffuser. So you also want to make sure that, you know, you keep in mind that you want to add oils onto this because, you know, if you sell this, it's only 45 PV, right? Like you got to add something to it because you're barely making any money off of this and it's not helping your volume that much. So I wouldn't necessarily pitch this as a kit by itself personally. I would at least add like the travel kit or something. That gets them 4 more oils like lavender, peppermint, wild orange, and aroma touch, right? Now that's only 33 more, but that's now we've bumped it up to 78 PV, right? So adding on things like that and creating custom kits is something we're going to talk about tonight. But with all of these mini kits, these 2 new ones that they're doing, I would create custom kits around these, and then it's a great win. Now, if it's an enrollment kit, you need to add the $35 membership, right? So you got to keep that in mind too. If it's for your current customers, though, you don't have to add that, which is awesome, right? You can build your current customers, you know, these dream kits around the humidifier, right? And then you don't have to add in that membership cost. So I'll be photographing some kits this coming week and then uploading the photos and letting you know once they're photographed, and you're feel free to use those kit photos. But I just wanted to go over a couple options. So this is a great one. You can't get this diffuser right now by itself, right? But in this mini kit, you can. So again, this is only $59, which is so inexpensive for a gorgeous diffuser and 2 15 ml bottles of oil. But remember, it's only 22 PV. So it's not that much PV. So we need to add and bulk it up. We need to add some more PV to it. So we are also going into Diamond Club season. If you're not familiar with Diamond Club, in Diamond Club, if you get a certain kind of oil order that's 100 PV or more, someone within our community is doing Diamond Club. We have a lot of various leaders, you know, maybe like your leader, like, you know, Beth in a sense is doing Diamond Club. So she'll have a Diamond Club code, and that code will get a customer a free citrus bliss oil as long as they put the code in, and then you let your person that's giving you the code know their name and email, or I forget all the details, they can tell you. But basically, if you can get your customer's order to 100 PV, you can add another free oil into all of your photos. Add citrus bliss in, that's a free oil, right? Because of Diamond Club. So that's a great thing to remind. And then I believe, is it adaptive is the second free one if they get up to 300 PV? Okay, so then if you get up to 300 PV, then now you're getting citrus bliss and adaptive. So when you're photographing things, when you're talking about them, remember that even if you don't have a direct upline leader doing Diamond Club, you should be able to get someone in our cross line to give you their code, because doTERRA allows that and it still helps that person with points. And so you can get a free citrus bliss. So within that kit, what I did is I created a couple bundles, and I'm going to make graphics and diffuser kit graphics and things like that to go with these. This last month, I did something and I photographed it, and I did a diffuser kit, and this is what it looked like. And so I pitched it as a diffuser kit. Now you don't have to, right? This is just one option. You could do a new mama's kit. You could do, you know, workplace kit, whatever aligns with you, nurse kit, whatever, right? But I'll do one that I pitch it as a diffuser kit because that's a beautiful diffuser. And then what I did is, and I'm going to take this photo out and swap it to the beautiful white diffuser and stuff like that. But I'm going to take the oils that are in these kits that I'm choosing custom, and then I'm going to show all the different things you can do with them, right? Now, as you can see, sometimes I use words, and we've talked about this, we'll talk about it a little bit more, that necessarily aren't compliant with doTERRA. I say the word anxiety. Now, if you're going to be posting about this on your main Instagram and not a story, if you use it on a story, it disappears in 24 hours. So like, you can't really get too much in trouble, okay? But if you are posting on your regular Instagram and you say anxiety attack or MRSA or trigger words like that, you will probably get at one point doTERRA compliance, which I know a lot of us had, come in and saying you need to change some things on your posts. You can't say these specific words like earache. You know, we're going to use the word happy ears instead. Ridiculous, but we have to because of the FDA. So on some of these kind of things, if you're going to leave them up on your main Instagram post, just know, maybe I'll try to change anxiety to another word for this month since everyone's going to be using it. But so, you know, I will be talking a little bit more about compliant language probably in the next week as well, and give some other options. But just be aware when you're using words that are going to stay up on your Instagram forever, that you don't want to use trigger words that are, you know, medical terms and things like that. So occasional anxious feelings is okay, I guess, but not anxiety. So it's a little bit crazy, but long story short, that was a tangent. But I'm going to be creating little things like this that your customers can get, and they can see how to use the oil. So in a sense, I'll have that graphic. Then I'll also have what the actual oil, well, that's the same one, what the actual oils are. So wild orange, grapefruit, what does it do? So again, like a lot of these, you know, again, I put anxiety, so maybe I'll try to switch it out. But this is what I did to sort of connect the dots. And I had a lot of people, or a good amount of people, jump on this diffuser kit. I kept it under the 200 mark, but over the 100 PV. And so, for example, you could see if this is going to be my new diffuser kit for the month. It gets the Laluz, it gets peppermint and wild orange, On Guard, grapefruit, lemon, and balance. And then they're going to get the free citrus bliss, right? If you're doing the Diamond Club code. So that is that's 106 PV, 178 with the membership. And that would be a great way to customize a kit. So when you're thinking about what kind of kit you feel like your customers would want, maybe it's all moms, right? So like, you know, healthy home kit or whatever you want to call it, right? And then you can customize it to whatever you like. And some of my favorite oils might not be your favorite oils, so don't put them in, switch it out, right? And you can also learn to customize this for your own customers too. So if you say to your customer, oh, you already have On Guard, let's swap it out. Oh, you like all citrus and not woodsy. Oh, you only want to do mind and mood support, you know, whatever it may be. You really learn how to customize kits, and I feel like you'll get a lot better on connecting with customers and making the sale. And this month is a great way to practice with that, because you can take this mini diffuser kit right here and build on. You can do the travel kit, the spa kit, single oils, whatever you want, but you can really customize it. You could also customize this for a current customer and say, why don't you get the Lulu's peppermint and wild orange and do the first mind and mood LRP kit wellness bundle, right? Photograph that together and talk about that for current customers, because just as much as we want to do promotions for new customers, we want to make our current customers fall in love. Like I just had a customer write me and she said, yeah, I was on your mind and mood webinar. And she's like, I loved it. I learned so much. And she's like, you know, you said you would give a freebie at the end of all 3 months if we did 3 months. She's like, I just have to tell you, I love your freebies. And I really want to do it because of your freebies. I'm telling you, let people fall in love with your freebies, right? And so when you're doing some current customer kits and you're trying to pitch the mind and mood, throw in a couple free roller bottles, even though they're your current customer, right? Tell them you'll give them a little gift at the end. These are how you get potential builders and sharers, and also just high LRP order customers. So work on those kind of skills this month of helping your customers fall in love with getting the humidifier, the new diffuser, and building a custom bundle around that, and doing the mind and mood or the immune support bundle or the pain management are great options combining together, because now you've set them up on the LRP when you get them on the bundle. So that's a great way to do it with a current customer. Does anybody have any questions about the little 2 diffuser kits or anything like that? Okay, so I'll try to photograph some options for you guys. But I think it's a wonderful way to connect with both customers, new customers, and current customers. And then I want to share with you, I will be uploading this, but I've got some great resources for you guys on cedarwood and lemongrass. So let's pull up a couple real quick. So a lot of these are screenshots are from like Dr. Axe, you know, like how cute is this? Fruit Loops, grapefruit, lemongrass, bergamot. You know, you could do like an Instagram post on that. You know, learn a little bit more about lemongrass, be able to talk about it. And if it's non-compliant, just talk about it in your stories. Again, it'll disappear within 24 hours, and don't write out like lemongrass is shown to stop MRSA. Let's not do that one. You know, pick up aromatherapy inhaler, get a little inhaler, off of Amazon, fill it up, do a lemongrass recipe, bug banishing spray, rainbow dream bath bombs, lemon thyme all-purpose spray, 7 ways to use lemongrass, and go over those and talk about. And this is stuff you can also create graphics for and text to customers. If you're texting individually, it can absolutely be non-compliant. That's totally fine. But these are all, this is a great research study in 2008 showed that lemongrass oil has the power to reduce fungal infections. Early research suggests that drinking lemongrass infusion for 10 days may decrease the symptoms of thrush in people with HIV and AIDS. I mean, I love hearing these kind of things, right? Like this is such great. So I just went through and like in this person's book, Expanding Your Medicine Cabinet, in my opinion, lemongrass is the most underappreciated oil. It has been shown to kill MRSA and other antibiotic resistant bacteria. It also helps with high cholesterol, balances blood sugar, and calms anxiety, a true MVP. So maybe you yourself haven't fallen in love with lemongrass, right? We all have oils that we love, and then oils that we're like, oh, I don't know about that one. We'll learn to fall in love with some of these so you can try to educate your customers more. I love this reader. She writes great about oils. She talks about lemongrass. She has a dandruff recipe on there, quick lemongrass bath oil, a nighttime, yeah, here's the nighttime dandruff treatment. So here is a lot of great resources on lemongrass, and I'll again upload. Cedarwood as well had a lot of great ones too. I'll just go over them real quick. Focus blend, cedarwood, frankincense, sandalwood, vetiver, gardener's hand cream. This one just gives some basic info on it. A study found cedarwood on children would greatly improve their focus and learning capacity. The results showed cedarwood oil inhalation improved focus in children with ADHD by 65%. These are great things. And if you can send a screenshot of an actual book, right, that speaks volumes to customers. So that's a great one. That's Dr. Josh Axe. He has a lot of great stuff. Just if you type in an essential oil and put Dr. Axe, you can actually screenshot on your phone a ton of great info. He has a lot of the same info that's in his book as well as on his website. Acne and eczema, cough and sinus, insects, tension, focus and concentration. Then this book had a lot of great recipes. So an eczema one, an oatmeal bath, beard oil, cedarwood man mask, a facial scrub, aftershave. So a lot of fun ones depending on what your audience is. Maybe some, you know, you'll align more with than others. You know, citrus rind salt diffuser, sexy sandalwood perfume. I mean, we've got the gamut for you guys. So hopefully one thing in here, DIY, will hit you. But this is just a lot of great content to put forth on your Instagram or however you want to connect with your customers. And I will be creating some of these into cute graphics and photographing them. And when I do, I will upload them to Dropbox so that you guys can have those as well. But that's a little bit about those two oils that I wanted to share with you guys. One other thing that I wanted to share, let me see, there was one other thing in here. Okay. Oh, and then in the general one, I also have some fun ones for St. Patrick's Day. I put some general spring diffuser blends in here for you guys. From different books. And this one is another great one that has it. So again, lots of easy content that you can put out and chat about and try. I'm telling you, sometimes the most popular Instagram posts are my most simple, where it's like, here's my blend today. And it's just my blend, right? Like I'm like, oh, my other post took me 20 minutes to research and type out. And you guys liked my like 5-second blend one better. So, you know, a lot of different options for posts this month. One thing that I'm going to be working on, and then hopefully I'll be able to post about next month, is another thing that I thought I could offer to you guys, and I'm going to do it in a way where it is a little bit more action based. If I'm going to be providing the freebies, I'm going to come up with some sort of qualifications. You can totally jump on and do it with all the same resources, verbiage, photos, and just pick your own freebies. But I am going to do some sort of a brand rep search, or you know, we can try to tile it however you want. But as you've seen in other like cute clothing companies or whatever, you know, or facial products, they do a brand rep search, which is, you know, try oil, share about them, and get freebies. So you're looking for anybody who has an Instagram following that's a little bit bigger. But I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be huge. As long, what you want to do is when you're looking at people is you want to look at the engagement on their comments. How many likes or comments do they get? Do their followers interact with them? That matters way more than if it's a huge account and no one interacts, right? Because you really want these people's customers, or I guess followers, to believe what they're saying, right? Because that is what influences people. And so I might have a smaller Instagram, but someone might believe me way more than someone that has 200,000, right? And so when you're looking for this, you can pick whatever you want. Like you have to have 500 plus followers or 1,000 plus followers or whatever, right? And then I would love for, you know, what I was going to do is create like a Google Doc to where you can have a link to the Google Doc. People can fill out if they want to be a brand rep search person. And then you get to choose in a sense. So you're not just saying anyone can do it, right? To where maybe they can say, you can have questions like, what's your Instagram handle? Have you ever used essential oils before? You know, how would you blah, blah, blah. There's other questions. I'm not the best at those, but we'll figure them out. So basically we'll teach you how to create your own link for a Google Doc. And then brand rep search. You could literally, and I was thinking of doing it sort of like maybe as a 2 month or 3 month brand rep program, to where like each month I'll send you a curated box of my favorite essential oils for that month. And so like this month, maybe you're going to focus on mind and mood support. I'm going to send you all my top favorites. And then maybe you'll send them 1 or 2 rollers, some essential oil, maybe a little inhaler. It really doesn't even have to be that much. You just want to make it look as beautiful as possible. Maybe add a little card in there, really make it look gorgeous so that it's something they want to show on Instagram. And then you can incentivize your people as much as you want. So for every person that signs up through your Instagram, I will give you yada, yada, yada. Again, we can all do different incentives. But if you are showing that you're growing your business a lot right now, getting signups, getting people on the LRP rank advancing, then I am, for a certain group of people, going to offer additional freebies. Like I'll give you a gold diffuser for your brand reps or different things like that. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to be able to offer. And then I'll probably come back next week with my offerings and more photos and verbiage and things like that that you can use. But keep in mind this idea. And if you want to join in on it, anyone can. Clearly, you could just do little drams or roller bottles. It doesn't have to be giving someone a free diffuser, right? But if you have LRP points too, that you can use up, what better not do to way to use them than growing your business, right? Use your LRP points up, get, a travel kit of oils, which is 4 oils, send it to them, make them roller bottles, make them bath salts, maybe a face scrub, all the different things. And then next month, maybe we'll do it all on skincare with Yarrow Palm and different things like that. So I was considering theming it 3 different months in a sense. Or you can also theme it depending on their Instagram. So if you're going off of, here's a teacher's Instagram or a nurse's Instagram, or, a new mama's Instagram, then I would personally probably theme it to whatever their Instagram account is. That would be a better route to go because most of their followers are going to be into that. So if it was a fitness expert, I probably wouldn't be doing my baby rollers, right? But I have a new teacher Instagrammer who just got pregnant. So I sent her all my roller bottles for free, right? She told me she was pregnant, she had nausea, and I'm like, let me send it all to you. So I literally shipped all of my baby rollers and mama rollers to her for free. She said she loves them. And as soon as she announces her pregnancy, she's going to talk about them. And then right when she talks about them, I'm going to have my baby kit ready and I'm going to post it right away up on my Instagram, So that's sort of how I go about doing stuff. So again, when you're doing a brand rep, you want to make sure that whatever you're sending them, you're creating a kit around it. Because if your person's talking about how much they love Serenity so much, you want to give a kit offering that has Serenity in it, right? Or if it helped with her anxiety a ton, you want a kit that says mind mood support, or, for the anxious mama, stressed out, whatever it may be, you want to connect with those kind of things. So I think that's a great way to get new customers out of your warm market. Because for me personally, the number one way I've grown my business is to continually think, how can I get out of my warm market? That's the number one way I've grown my business. If I don't get out of my warm market, I'm talking to the same people every month over and over again. And I've tapped out all of them after a couple months. Now, a few of them might come down the road, absolutely. But if I want consistent growth, I have to get out of my warm market. So those are ways to get out of your warm market and it's very minimal money that you're putting out there, right? Shipping cost, a couple free roller bottles and oils from your LRP is a very little investment into it, into a chance that you could get customers that really want to learn. So I'll be teaching more about how to connect with brand reps and work with them next week. But that's what my idea is for this month. I also want to say that I led 2 of the mind and mood wellness kit webinars last month, and they were amazing. People loved them. I got a lot of my personal customers all on them, and it was so easy. They were wanting to. They were texting me, "Oh my gosh, I loved it." The thing of it too is I taught them all about the LRP, and it was great, right? And for me personally, sometimes my hang up is like, "Oh, let me teach you about the LRP." Like for whatever reason, I had a mind block about that in the beginning. I don't know why. Some people don't at all, and I've gotten over that, right? And so I'm better at it now. But this presentation that Jenna did is just so great, how it walks them through the LRP, all the benefits, the visuals and everything. So a lot of my customers said, yeah, I was on the LRP already, but I'm so glad you went over it. I learned even more about it. I love it. I'm so excited. How many points do I need to spend again? And blah, blah, blah. So it really recommitted their belief in why they are on the LRP and things like that. So I'm telling you, this month, make it your goal to present the Mind and Mood webinar to your current customers. It's all done. We will share it with you. We have the PDF to where you can just do it yourself, or if you have a Canva and you want to change it up, we can send you that, and you can if you need to. Share it on your Instagram, go on live, do a webinar, and tell your customers if they jump online live that you will give them a free roller bottle. That worked great. All my customers wanted their free roller bottle. I had a ton of people jump on personally. I'm sending them out their free roller bottle. They love me for that. And it's one free roller bottle. And I probably got them on the LRP and a Mind and Mood set bundle. And then they're like, and I said, if you do all 3 months, I'll send you a gift at the end, right? They are stoked on that. So, really, really great. Jenna is working on doing the immune one and the pain management one. We will have at least one of those two done this month, maybe both, we'll see. So then by the end or middle of this month, I'll be presenting the next one as well. So either immune support, I think we're going to do next, and then maybe pain management last. But those are really great. So again, I would highly recommend. You can also, what I learned is you can have your customer get all 3 kits in one purchase. What they need to do is go type into customer service while they're wanting to order and say, I want to get all 3 Mind and Mood bundles in the same month. And the person can literally add it to their cart for them and do the purchase. Maybe there's a way to do it by yourself on it. I haven't figured that out yet. It was a little confusing. So it was way easier just writing customer service, and they added all 3 months, month 1, 2, and 3. Just make sure the customer knows then afterwards to go in and edit their LRP so they're not getting all 3 again or whatever. And then change it to whatever they want for month 2 or whatever, to something else. But yeah, so one of my customers that was on the call last month, she got all 3 months in 1 month. And then she liked my diffuser kit, so she wanted to order that as well. So I'm telling you, this was a current customer who just wants to be educated. And she also liked me holding her hand. I went on and ordered for her because I knew it was going to be a little bit tricky for her to get all 3 months. So I said, no worry, Mary, just give me your password. I'm going to go on. And I did it all for her and that's what happened to a couple of my customers. I had to go back and forth. Oh, let me know if you want me to check in on that, or how can I help you? And they said, thank you to me a million times. It wasn't like I was bugging them. I always like, so sorry I didn't check in with you sooner. I feel so bad. Mom life is crazy, or whatever it may be, and then, but let me know if you have any questions. I know it can be tricky, or if you want me to do it for you, just let me know. It's super easy for me to do. A lot of times they just want you to say that, right? They want you to say, oh, you'll do it for me. Okay, cool. Thanks. It was easy for you. Oh, awesome. Just make it easy for the customer. And I think that works a lot, especially at the end of the month. So you can do that with the kits as well. So anybody have any questions about those wellness bundles? I do have a pre-recorded version. So if you just want to send a recording to someone, I already have that done. I'll give the recording out. I think I already sent it out, but I can send it out again. But I really think you doing it yourself for your customers would be awesome. Yeah, and Amy had a really good testimonial from one of her customers who joined in. I actually had a couple of you guys reach out and say that your customers that came to it really, really loved it. And it got them so excited that maybe something with oils could help with their anxiety and their mood. Like, that was so good. Like, that's why we do this business. That's made me so excited. So I'm really stoked on that. And just think, if you really truly help someone with their anxiety, with their depression, or whatever it is, their stress, they will be a customer for life, right? A customer for life. So these are great bundles. I'm super excited. Okay, last but not least, actually 2 things. I'm going to share one more thing, and then Erica's going to chat with us for a little bit. Any word on making these enrollment kits? I haven't heard that yet, Cheryl. I did mention that, but I haven't heard any word on if it is. One other thing, at the end or middle end of this month is our leadership conference for doTERRA. So silvers and above are going to be going to that. We'll definitely be sharing some tidbits. I did hear through the grapevine that I believe Saturday the 20th, it's going to be open to elites and premiers, is an extra education day. So be on the lookout for that as well. But this is typically leadership where we actually fly out. We were supposed to go to Nashville. I'm a little bit sad about it, but it's virtual again. So we will be sharing a lot of virtual tidbits with you about leadership and stuff like that. But that is towards the end of the month. Okay, last but not least from me is I saw another Blue Diamond leader do this, and I was like, we need to do this. So she sent out a magazine, and I was like, this is brilliant. Like, she had all of the let's see if I can get it on here, the promos, info, and everything, but in one beautiful layout that she called a magazine, and sent it out to all of her customers or people that were signed up on her email list, which I was. So ours is literally in the very roughest of shape. This is just a template, but it's going to be something like Obsessed with Essentials Community Magazine. And we're going to try to do this every single month. We're going to be sending it out probably at the end of the first week of the month, and we're gonna highlight the product of the month, the specials, special DIY section, a diffuser or roller bottle page, like all these things. Then we're also going to highlight the community and business testimonials, because what better way to share about people having success in this business, why they decided to do it, how it's changed their lives, than in something really beautifully put out like this. And so you'll be able to send this to your customers each month. You can screenshot it, use it on your Instagram, your stories, your main posts, whatever you want. And you'll also be able to contribute to it. So we are going to be doing something like this. Again, this is not the title version, but just to give you a little bit, we'll have spotlights on, mind and mood, all about adaptive. We're not going to be super compliant on it. So, maybe on the non-compliant ones, don't be posting this on the main page of your Instagram, because I just feel like it's a little bit too much hardness to do it really compliant. So do it on your stories if you're going to post the non-compliant parts. But, really going over why we dilute, linking to videos, all in a great way. And they can collect these magazines, And so if you have a new customer, you can be like, oh, here's a couple of the last month magazines that we came out with. How awesome would that be for a new customer to get beautiful magazines that they could look at? And then we're going to do builder spotlight. So here's Wilma Rose. So for last month, she won the oil sample program. So all 3 winners from last month are going to get an oil spotlight in this month's magazine. So you'll get to talk about yourself, link it, talk about your business and everything like that. So your favorite stuff, and then get a builder spotlight on there. Then we're going to talk about what we're doing. So last month, the oil study, then about our community and things like that. We'll add in a table of contents. We'll have our resources. So again, if they forgot, oh, maybe I never got added to the Facebook page, or what was that oil website again? Or how do I find the guides, or whatever it may be, make it really easy. We'll always have stuff on our wellness bundles so they can learn about those. And then, details. So we'll go over different kits or spotlights. So we're really excited to do something like this, and we'll always talk about what the promos are from doTERRA and have a lot of great info. Then we're going to pitch too, like, oh, you want to host a class, reach out and we can give you a set of freebies. So behind the scenes of the business, and again, builder spotlights, talking about them, and giving people a peek about that. Because to be honest, I've actually been trying to actively share about the business more. I shared about it again this morning on my Instagram. I had 2 people DM me and say they wanted the business video to take a look at. Not that every person that looks at it says yes, but I just had a new customer from, I think 3 months ago. She the video, looked at it, and we just had a conversation a couple days ago, and she wants to do the business. So it matters. Your customers do need to know and hear about the business and stuff like that. So why doTERRA? Why MLM? So we're going to work on stuff like this and do some spotlights and stuff like that. But that is something that we've been dreaming up. Jenna is working on that with me. So we're super excited to put that out. And we will be reaching out to you guys for you to help with it too, because that's what we want, is everyone's voices in the magazine. So yeah, let's see. Okay. So you'll be sending this to customers. Yeah, this magazine is going to be for customers, so it will have business aspects in it so they can see the business side if they want to do it, but it's completely customer based. We're going to pack it with tons of info so they'll actually want to read it, like lots of recipes, roller bottles, diffuser recipes, things like that, so where it's like, oh my gosh, I really like this. So yeah, so we're going to be working on that, and we will get one out this month, so we're excited. And then last but not least, I just wanted Erica to jump on. I just have to say, I was blown away. I could not believe Erica hit premiere and her sister hit elite within 2 months. So Jessica, that's just mind blowing. And then the other Erica got her $1,500 bonus for the first time. So congratulations. You know, I'm just so happy for you guys, especially those bonuses, the ranks and things like that. They do make it a difference. So Erica pulled it off in literally the last day or two. I saw that she had some volume needed on one of her legs. I couldn't believe how high her volume was at the end of the month, but I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't reach out because like that is a lot of volume to close with only a couple days left. It might stress her out. What if she can't get it? So I actually didn't reach out, and Erica knows that. And then Jenna texted me literally like 3 hours before it closes and was like, Erica's gonna hit premiere. And I was like, what? I couldn't believe she closed that much volume. So I wanted Erica to share, what did she do to get to premiere with a complete ghost leg as her second leg? Is that correct, Erica?
Yeah, so a couple things. So I knew that I had a certain amount to hit, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it either. But I was thinking, well, depending on how close I get, I may end up just purchasing stuff because I've been wanting to host like something at my home and obviously offer products. And I figured like this is probably a good opportunity because there's all this like free product, on guard product, and I love it, right? So I can also offer that as freebies to some of my people whenever they sign up. I can throw like a free on guard, sanitizer, or whatever, you know. So that was that. But then I saw somebody posting the mini kits in the morning or at some point, and I was like, oh, this is good. So I don't have to spend too much money. So I ended up just doing that, and I just got lucky. Then this girl that had wanted a few things.
So when you say that, did you pitch the mini kits to people? Is that what you're saying with the mini kits?
I just posted them.
Oh, you posted them. Okay.
Yeah, I just posted them. And so the people that I thought that were going to sign up, I said, hey, same thing. I was like, hey, you know, we also have this available. I just, last minute, I just threw it out there. I actually made calls and I texted a few people, and I was kind of nervous about it because I didn't want to sound pushy. There's this one particular girl, she had ordered a mini kit, and I said, oh, I thought she was going to get a kit. So then I was just going to leave it alone because, again, I didn't want to bother her. But then I said, you know what, screw that. I'm just going to bother her. So I said, hey, so is this like in place of the kid? Because I know you wanted the kid and you're going to get all this stuff, yada, yada. And she's like, oh, shoot, I was supposed to order that Friday, but I didn't. No. She's like, I still want the kid. It actually, she didn't even say that. Sorry. I just got an enrollment notification immediately. Then she texted me that. And so I said, so do you still want the mini kit stuff? And she's like, no, I do. And so I could have just sent her the link with everything, but I didn't want to confuse her anymore. And I said, okay, that's fine, whatever. So the point is, I was really hesitant to reach out to these people because I didn't want to bother them, but it worked, you know, and that was it, you know.
And it truly wasn't bothering because that's what serving her the best was. She did want that.
And that's the thing. I feel that at the beginning of the business, and I mean, I tell my friends this all the time, even, you know, I think you had to help me with my weight loss group. We did like a small kit because I didn't want to do too much, and they were not really into oils. They would see my post and never ask me anything. And so I literally created something very small. Well, now they love the oils. And so now I'm like, well, I really should have like pushed them to do something bigger at the time, but I didn't feel comfortable with it, you know? And so now I tell people all the time, I said, hey, you don't have to do this, but I just really feel like this is good for you. This is why.
Yeah.
And so then I just tell them, and then I said, but no pressure, you can do whatever you want. But in my opinion, like this is the way to go. And so I mean, it's kind of worked for the most part, you know. There was this other girl actually too. This is earlier on in the month. I had again wanted her to get the $250 kit because of all the freebies. And so I thought she was going to get it. And then she texted me back. She's like, I just want the mini, like the the three oils, the $20 one.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. And so I was like, okay. And seriously, I was like, okay, that's fine. No worries, for sure. You know, anything you want, I'll get it for you. And I sat at my desk for like 5 minutes and I said, no, screw that. I've been on this girl and she needs to do this, you know? So I said, hey, listen, the least you can do is at least get the healthy start,
yeah.
because X, you know, X, Y, and Z, and you're gonna get $50, yada yada. She texted me back, she's like, you know what? Give me the other one, give me the $250 one. And so I called her and I said, I don't want to punk you. Like I was just telling you, I don't want you to feel like I'm punking. And she's like, no, you're right, yada yada, whatever. And so yeah, she got it. I went to her house. I made her soap for her. I said, I'm gonna make it for you because I know you're never gonna do it. And so
I
yeah.
love that. See, I mean, that's what people want. Like we all on purchases, especially if it's something new that we're jumping into, we have that mental battle back and forth. And at one point we're just like, oh, just go with the easy one. But if someone really comes alongside you, like, no, this is the better option. You're going to like it way better. I will help you. Let me add in these freebies. I'll literally walk you through it. That's all they want to know is, okay, I'm actually going to use this thing I bought, right? It's not going to sit in the cupboard. And, you know, they want to know that someone's going to be there alongside of them. And I am going to use this. And this is the better option, right? But if you are insecure and you don't connect with them, they will go with that smaller option or just never get back to you, right? And so that is awesome. I love that because that happens to me. And I think to everyone all the time. And a lot of us just miss helping people, right? And you don't know, next month she might be like literally texting you like, thank you so much, I use that oil and that helped, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you want. And if they got the mini kit for 20 PV or whatever, that's not gonna, you know, I always joke because I don't know if Ozaday's on here or not, but Ozaday, you know, for maybe even a year or two would order stuff from me, you know, not with the membership, and she'd come pick it up at my bakery or whatever, right? Little things here and there, because she'd text me, oh, my daughter has a fever, and she knew, and then be like, okay, I'll bring something to the bakery, and you can just, and she just Venmo me or whatever. And finally, after like a year or something of randomly doing it, I was like, Ozaday, you need to order the kit. Like, you want the kit, you love the oils, they help you, you don't want to be stressed next time, like just get the kit. And she just needed to hear that, you know what I mean? And she got the kit, now she does the business, right? Like, and now she helps people. But you know, sometimes you just have to joke with someone a little bit, like, I know you really want the kit, you know, and like really just connect with them. And again, like, it's just what's best for them, you know, and working with them. Like, I had a customer too that's in Ireland, and she went to order and something went wrong with the order and she couldn't even get the kit that I posted because it was a US kit. Finally, I was just like, you know what? Why don't we just get you the kit that you want and I'll just cover half the shipping for you and ship it to Ireland. You know what I mean? And like, she's like, oh, good, that's what I wanted. You know what I mean? And like, I ate a little of the shipping cost. She's excited about it. She's going to move back to the US eventually and probably get on the LRP and love it. But like, that's good customer service. And if I would have just dropped them like, oh, sorry, the website or whatever, like, I wouldn't have got the order. She wouldn't have gotten the oils and it would have been broken. You know what I mean? And so I really do feel like jumping in and working with people where they're at, and also being bold enough to really say what probably the person needs is like awesome. You know, that's the way to go. So that's awesome, Erica. I mean, you pulled in 800 in volume in 2 days, was it?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, 800 in volume in 2 days on a ghost leg to hit premiere. I mean, and she worked all the way until the night. I mean, we were texting me, Jenna, and her, I think at 9 or 9 o'clock at night. So again, like, how do you grow your business? How do you rank up? How do you solidify your business? It's working until the very end of the month. It's working on a Sunday sometimes. Now, we're working for time and financial freedom. But that doesn't mean that happens every single weekend, right? Some weekends we're going to be working, you know what I mean? And that's just the truth, you know? But when you can literally, you know, for the most part, have complete control over your schedule. Like, I had to work late last night, but I still was able to go to a friend's dinner party, and enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And in my past bakery days, I would work 12 hours and not be able to do anything. So like, you know, we all have like those hard times that we have to put in, but we are in control. And I do feel like though we have to treat it like a business. And you did. You treated it like a business all the way up until the end, and you hit your rank. So congratulations, Erica.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I just had to have her share that story because I love stories like that. It's so awesome and a good reminder for us all. So yeah, I will add a lot of those images and stuff like that to the Dropbox for you guys. I'll send that out tomorrow, the recording as well. And then I will be working on the builder, not the builder, the brand rep. And then we'll finalize that next week if you guys do want to join in on doing the brand rep. And then I'll let you know what the qualifications are if you want actual free stuff for your brand reps from me. Again, if you don't qualify for it, don't let it stop you. Start with some smaller stuff for brand reps that you can do. And then I think I'm going to try to run this for a couple months. And then, you know, hey, if you do awesome and you keep getting signups, you keep getting on the LRP, you know, hit your ranks, then I'll keep providing stuff for your brand reps. So I think I'm going to do it sort of like that kind of program. So if you kill it, you can get more stuff. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the 2 last months of doing the oil sample program. Again, if you like doing it, feel free to keep continuing it. You have all the resources. I am planning probably in a couple months to do one on skincare. So Yarrow Palm, Immortal, the skin cream, and doing some sampling like that. And then also maybe doing a sampling of just straight up mind and mood, like anxiety, stress, and sleep, which I think would be a really concentrated one. So with my buy-in amounts, I concentrated my purchases on free lots of those oils. So we'll probably do mind and mood first, since Yarrow Palm was temporarily out of stock, so I couldn't buy that one at the time. So that's where my mind is going at and looking forward. But we'll see you guys next Monday night. If you have any questions, though, you can always text or DM me. But thanks for joining on, ladies. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Melody.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too, friend. Thank you.